got done with 100 miles of the river, 200 miles of the river.
200
The
miles.
last day, and we said we went down the middle fork and joined the main fork and went down. And this Dave Mann, Air Force veterinarian, he says, "Let me honk on that sweep one more time." So he gets on that baby and he puts us right in the middle of Ruby Falls, and it hits a great big rock, a big rock. And when the nose hit the rock, and we're up here, it flipped like this and threw us all in the water.
No.
And we had to go swim through the rapids. And when I popped out, I looked around, there wasn't a soul there, and I'm thinking, man, I'm the only one that survived this goddamn thing. So, and pretty soon, I was underneath the raft to start with.
And they were heavy then.
And
They were heavy.
yeah, they were big.
They
Yeah.
were big, heavy things.
And so finally another guy popped up. Well, I didn't know it, but 3 guys behind me swam to shore. And one guy dislocated his shoulder. We had to take him to McCall and get that thing put back in. And we went on. But we caught up with the raft, pulled it ashore, and somebody came and picked us up. And that was the way our trip ended. It was been a beautiful
But
trip
it
until
started,
then.
Bob, with you pulling over to the side by the Lewis River or something, as I recall, maybe the Cowlitz. And didn't you get smashed into by a car? And
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Pulling the trailer on pulling the raft on a trailer, and we had a flat tire. You know the Lewis River Bridge, that one that goes
Right.
You go over, it's
Yeah.
a grate.
Yeah.
Well, we got we had a blowout there, and we got just beyond it a little ways, pulled over to the side, and we were just finishing tightening up the lug nuts, and bang, somebody hits us from behind. And this old fart gets out of his car. He's 86 years old, and he says, "I gotta be in Salem in an hour." I said, "Shit, you ain't going nowhere." The state patrolman came along, and I don't know if they nailed him, but anyway.
You were supposed to meet people in like Salem or something like that. No, this is a pre-cell phone for everybody.
Very pre-cell.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
So anyway, Dave got a high sprain on his ankle, and we
I don't know.
we
Before you
Started-
got in the
another
water.
veterinarian. We stopped and saw. That's on the trip. He got us a jug of DMSO and
DMSO.
soaked
A
it in
jug.
cold water all the way, and so he limped all the way. He was the skipper. He was the guy that owned the boat, and he
Oh, wow.
he had been down before.
Wow.
So
I can't believe the way it flipped.
Well, and then he got in trouble with
Nose
his
to-
dad.
Oh, end over end.
Oh.
Your dad really read you the riot act, as I
Well,
recall.
he was pissed.
Him and Mom and I
Yeah.
drove
Yeah, he was
back.
mad at you.
We drove back.
Taking
Dad
risks
was doing
for
the
the family.
trip.
Yeah,
I
sure.
helped
Family man, you
navigate.
can't do
Mom
that.
drove the
I
Buick
told him one time
LeSabre.
Yeah.
And
The sword.
And I had the maps. We had our little thing. We get to Minnesota, and then
Yeah, he
Mom
was worried
got a box hair dye
about me.
to dye her hair with her sister Maxine. We were at Maxine's, and she dyed her hair ash brown, and it turned black. And Kim and I were just like, "Mom, your hair is black." And she's like, "Shh."
I liked her.
Well, it was hilarious because we got over to Dad's folks' house. We showed up before he showed up, and we got there, and Casper and Emily or whatever, they were over, and so Mom says, and they were staying in this beautiful like mansion home in Duluth, and they had this spiral staircase and a grand piano and all this stuff, and we get there. And at this point, I don't think maybe we know that you've hurt yourself, but Mom is really mad, and he's coming. But we get there before Dad gets there, and she just says, "Linda, shh, don't say anything about my hair. Just don't say anything. I don't want to." They hadn't seen her in a few years, right? So anyway, we just had a blast, sliding down the stairs and doing all the fun things. And I loved baths, and Grandma was just like, "I have never seen a kid that like begs to have a bath more than you do." You know, I think it was a fancy bathroom or whatever. But then Dad got there, and Mom was mad as a hornet, but they worked it out, and then we drove across Canada on the way back.
Didn't
We
you
went
get
to
have
the
a toothache or
Calgary
something then?
Stampede. We went to the Calgary Stampede, and
Oh, that's
he got the toothache of his life.
Right, that's
And
right.
I
Yeah.
had never seen him cry, ever. And he was not crying because he was sad. He was crying from pain, just terrible pain. And we got into a dentist, and the dentist, he just said, pull it out. I'll fix it later when I get back, because he wasn't going to miss the stampede. Pull it out. So he,
The Calgary Stampede.
at the
big
Gary
deal, man.
Calgary, and he's
Gotta
like,
get your cowboy boots
I'm
on.
not gonna miss that.
terrible toothache. And I remember we were sitting in the parking lot. You know how you have, when you have these visceral things in your body,
Sure,
right?
sure.
You just remember, I can be right there, and we're waiting in the car while he gets his tooth pulled, and I had to poop. And I remember just like, I've got to poop. And, you know, I'm like 8 years old or something. I don't know. I'm maybe 10. And I just remember waiting for him, and then going to the Stampede, and he was overjoyed. It was like his bucket thing that he wanted to do forever, and it was fun.
Well, we went to the Stampede and of course the suicide race, but
Yeah.
That was Omak,
there was
though.
a time,
Not that was Omak,
Right.
not
right,
Alberta.
but we got attacked by bees. Remember the whole
Oh,
bee
that was
thing?
Omak.
Oh,
Omak
yes.
for the suicide race.
Terrible
Down-
attack. Bees
Down
everywhere.
I went a couple
Torch
years
way
ago.
into the river.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went a couple
First
years
one,
back.
swim the river and get across the other
It was
side.
nuts.
One.
It's one of the most thrilling things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that was really wild.
This suicidal.
Bodies fall tumbling and
But I don't
Yeah.
remember too vividly. I just remember just
Bareback.
terrible, terrible bee stings. Lots of
right.
we
people.
were standing on the hood of the car and that,
crazy
and we were right up
Omak
against the
Washington,
fence
the
there,
Okanagan.
and we disturbed a beehive down
Right.
there, and they
So
started
I think
attacking.
Mom got it worse than anybody. It seems like,
Yeah.
if I remember right.
They like ground bees, the kind that were in the.
Well, I don't know.
It was
it
just
dark.
not good.